Hi there and welcome to this course database technology. First of all, let me introduce myself. So my name is Al Hadi Kleib. I'm from the Department of Software Engineering and this is my email. So please get in touch with me if you have any question or concern. Let's start with this introduction for the first lecture. Right, so this is the timetable for our course. Lectures are on Monday and Wednesday morning. The problem class is on Monday afternoon after lecture. The problem classes start straight after the Monday lecture, and these classes are based on the previous week's lectures. The first one will be next Monday, right? So this is the outline of our today lecture. I will start with the motivation and then course overview, and finally the introduction to databases. So let's start with motivation. Data is becoming critical to our lives. Uh, Data are um, everywhere now in our life aspects. Domains of data: health, education, environment, science, work, finance, and more. But what do we do with data? Well, the first stage and most importantly is store. We need to store data so we can deal with it later. The other thing is to do is query. We need to query data to get information. The other thing is to encrypt data. Why we need to encrypt data? Well, we need to encrypt data for security reason so that we keep always data safe. Share data. In some certain situations and cases, we need to share data with others and with other platforms and databases, mine data, and much more. But we want to do this smoothly, seamlessly, and fast. So this is the um, very important point. Let's now see the course overview. These topics covered in this course. The first one is data independence, and the second one is database design, and third one is normalization, fourth one is object-oriented database, the fifth one is database administrator, sixth one is the indexing database, seventh one is data integrity, the eighth one is introduction to SQL, and then we move to database recovery. The 10th topic is query optimization, and last one is the concurrency. So lots of stuff we need to learn this course. Let's now start with the introduction to databases. Storing data. Well, actually, the only valid reason to store data is to retrieve it later in useful forms. So to do so, we need a mental picture of data and a language to describe it. Data is only stored so that it can be retrieved, as simple as that. And to retrieve data, users need to know what to ask for. Why databases store data? Well, actually, as I just said, just to provide useful information in a useful form for no other reason. Databases are These are the main features of databases. Large. Databases always large. We save and store lots of data, and nowadays we call it big data sometimes. So databases are very large. It's changing. Databases always changes and dynamic, not static. So there are lots of updates and changes on databases stored on a computer. The databases are mainly stored on a computer, organized. All databases are organized. We need to organize data so we can deal with them when we need to retrieve any information. Identifying things. Well, we in relational database we need to identify things as tables. So tables and columns have names. We give names to tables and columns. Rows have keys. So we need keys for identify rows. Tables and columns are static. We just identify them for uh, once. But rows are dynamic. So always there are updates and changes on rows. That's why rows are dynamic. Here we can see some features of tables and columns. Tables store all data, and tables are a set of similar rows, and also tables are a set of different columns. Columns, uh, we can say all rows in a table have the same columns in the same order. Each column of a table has a fixed domain. A column of a row is atomic. Right, so that's it.